Yes, yes, yes. Hello, 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 hello. Hope you're able to hear me. There's no problem securing. Oh, okay. I haven't live streamed in a while actually. The last two videos I've done have been videos and not live streams. But we're still working strongly on the revamp update. Um, Yesterday we added the growth stages for Ceratosaurus. You can see the juvenile right here. This is the smallest version of Ceratosaurus, meaning that when you spawn a Ceratosaurus the first time, you will spawn as this guy. And then you will continuously grow up. You will also be able to choose your own gender, obviously. And there are consequences to choosing different genders. And in some cases, it'll be very different from gender to gender. For example, male will be different to female in maybe a positive way or a negative way. It really depends. And in this case, Ceratosaurus doesn't actually have any gender dimorphism in that way, other than the fact that the male is slightly larger and more bulky than the female, but we have decided not to give it more stats or stronger stats, as it should be something special when we do the thing where it's different. Um, and then once you've been playing as this guy for like maybe 10 minutes or something, not for Cerato, because Cerato is gonna grow to adult in like 15 minutes total or something. So you're maybe gonna be playing as this guy for 5 minutes, and then the next guy for 5. The next guy being the teen, which I'm gonna spawn us right here. This is the male version of it. So the male is yellow, whereas the female is this more blurred out version, this more dull version of the male. But the teen version is basically just a middle ground between the juvenile and the adult versions. And there's no gender deformation at all other than the skin for these guys. Damn, this is loud. Damn. There's no gender deformation other than just the skin. It's only for the adult creatures that their models actually change. So let me show you for the adult Ceratosaurus. This is the female again, as I mentioned. You can see it's pretty big compared to the other ones. The juvenile was like, well, this long or something, from here to here maybe. But this is the female, and let me try and see if I can spawn as the male. It spawns randomly, in case you're wondering. You can see that the male is more bulky than the female. If I just keep on spawning as him, you can, if you have a keen eye, you can tell the difference. The male is slightly larger and slightly more bulky and has a bigger, stronger face. But that's what we did yesterday, and we're also going to add that for Therodon. I just wanted to clarify that, in case you didn't know. We also added a new default Rex skin. This is the male Rex. Looks very nice. It's made by Bripo. All the skins are made by Bripo, whereas the Therodon is half Bripo and half Daniel. This is the female Rex, and now Therodon. This is the female Therodon. And what we have decided with the Therodon is to make it a lion type dinosaur. Obviously, this is not a Bruh, OBS is just cutting me off. What the heck is going on? It's strange. My internet, there's nothing wrong with my internet right now, so that's weird. But as I was saying, the Therodon gameplay is based off of lions. So the female is like kind of like the hunter, the fast one. You can see the male right next to me. That's Aiden, the animator. You can see that the male is larger than the female, but he's not nearly as fast as I am. I'm about 25% faster than he is, because I'm smaller, and since I'm basing it on a lion, like, bruh, can I change this bitrate now? It keeps on complaining about my bitrate for some reason. I don't know if that fixed it. I have no idea. But there's definitely something wrong. Anyways, as I was saying, female is gonna be like the hunting version, the hunting gender. Whereas the male is gonna be like the bulky fella that can take on a T-Rex. So the male Therodon will be equally strong as a T-Rex, and the female will be not so strong. Female will not be able to take on, for example, a T-Rex. It'll be beaten by a T-Rex quite easily. Why is this so loud? Damn. Bruh. Shouldn't be this loud. There we go, that's better. There we go. Is it still complaining, this stupid stream? OBS usually always works, and right now it doesn't for some reason. It's really annoying. But yeah, it'll create this dynamic where the females, they're kind of like the hunters, and the males are the protectors. There will obviously... I mean, you could say, who will play willingly as the female if the female is weaker than the male? The female is just going to be better overall. You'll have an easier time surviving, and Rex is faster than the male, so I think it's best if you actually have like a tag team of a female and a male, because you have this fast female that has a better chance hunting than a male, doesn't do as much damage, isn't as strong, doesn't have as much HP, but it's just better at hunting, just like lions in real life. And that's kind of like the dynamic that we're actually aiming for with the Therodon. And to those that aren't aware already, Therodon is the replacement for the Albino Giga. So Therodon is only playable if you have the Albino Game Pass. So that's kind of gamer. So it's not a new Game Pass or anything. It's just it's gonna work on a pre-existing Game Pass. And let me just turn off this shitty music because I'm getting a headache from listening to it. And let me turn on the sound and game here. Oh, what the hell is it doing? Let me get some sound in here. Yeah, come on. So this is the aggressive roar for now. We may change it. I'm not sure yet. It depends on the feedback. But this is it. And we've got the friendly roar right here. Then we've got the broadcast. And the roars are the same on both genders, other than the fact that the male is louder. And we obviously also have unique roars for the babies, not the teens. The teens are just quieter versions of the adult roars, whereas the juvenile has unique roars. So, for example, let me be the juvenile Ceratosaurus. You will hear right here. What's up with that? I don't know. Can you even hear this? Let me see. It's not very loud. It's very quiet. But it's not meant to be very loud either. It's just meant to be something like calling for its mother or father or calling for help or something. It's a tiny little boy. This little fellow. Let me be the male. You can also see not only is the male larger for Therodon, but it also has a bigger rear spine compared to the female, to be more intimidating and not so much streamlined, but maybe we'll make it able to swim properly, like pretty good. I'm not sure yet what we're gonna do with it, but it's pretty crazy. And then now it's kind of been showcased. Like I don't have much more to say about Therodon, other than we're working on the growth stages. The growth stages are done. They just need to be added and animated. You can see him sleeping right here, this guy. Also, it is intentional that the mouth does not close. The mouth is not meant to close fully. It's meant to look strange and stuff. It's meant to look like this. It's meant to. So if anyone asks, oh my god, the model was so bad, the mouth cannot even close, oh my god. it's meant to be like this. It's meant to look strange and scary. You can also see Therodon compared to T-Rex right here. See, I'm bigger, but not insanely much bigger, obviously. But I'm still bigger. Therodon will have more HP than Rex, but Rex will do more damage. So they will be equal. We'll make sure, because we don't want any pay to win. It's not pay to win when you can literally just get T-Rex, and T-Rex is as strong as a Therodon. So there's nobody that will be able to complain about that. Anyways, in terms of news, what we're working on now, we're currently working on a Concavinator. You know, pretty cool dinosaur. We're also working on Protoceratops still. It's going to be done soon. We're working on the growth stages for that. The adult is already ready, and the texture is soon ready for that as well. Then we're also working on. We're soon going to start on the Pachycephalosaurus as well remake, the mesh deformation, and we're still working on the T-Rex growth stages. There's been some setbacks currently with the T-Rex, because Kermit, the guy that is making it, broke his keyboard or something. So he's not able to use Blender properly, and thus not able to finish it properly right now. So it'll take a bit more time. I should probably turn this volume down because Aiden is being annoying. And just like remove this volume completely, because it's just annoying having to listen to Ross when you're trying to talk. And then we're also working on the map right now. I'll show you guys some of the map that we've been working on. You can join me in a moment. And then we're working on new concepts as well. We're working on finishing the Melanistic Utah remake concept. We're also working on finishing the JP3 remake concept. And also thinking ahead. Oh, what the heck is going on there? That looks strange. So yeah, there's lots of stuff cooking. We're also working on just making the whole experience smoother. Obviously, making it smoother, more playable. With mesh deformation, since mesh deformation just doesn't cause any lag, at least not any significant lag. So there's lots of stuff going on currently, and it's a great process that we're going through with the game. Let me just go on the map. Oh, oops! This is not where I wanted to go. Sauna testing. I updated the sauna testing map earlier on. If you wanna join me, and I'll show you. Right there, I posted a link to sauna testing. Just loading in. You can see all the stuff we're working on in terms of the map, the big map. Remember, this is not the map made for mobile. This is the map made for PC. You can play it on mobile, but I do not recommend it because there's lots of stuff right here. Lots of stuff that may cause a lot of lag for the people with the poor devices. But you can see we have been working on some palm trees, some more rock assets, some placing of the different things. We've done some poses, all kinds of stuff right here. And this is kind of like where we just post map updates and stuff on this place. If you every now and then just join and check what we're working on. You can see some Redwoods demo I did myself right here. And a little demo over here as well. Oh, oops, a bit too fast. And then over here, obviously the redwood area is meant to be like this temperate area. And then over here we're gonna have like grasslands. It's gonna be very big, very open. And then towards this place we're gonna have a tropical jungle-ish place, tropical area. With obviously the palm trees, jungle trees. Just look at all these rocks everywhere. It's beginning to look like something. Beautiful beaches, stuff like that. Beach plants, rainforest, that just cool things. See stuff like here, just a massive beach. I think it looks pretty great. Um, it's currently being made by Bripo, Keo, and Vetris and I. Oh, look at this little area here. There's some palm trees. They look strange because of the water in the transparent water in the background. It looks better when you look at it from this angle. But this looks very good. Like props to Bripo for making these trees. Well, Bripo is the main tree maker, whereas Keo and Vetris are focusing on placing the trees and stuff. And so am I. You can see this little demo they did right here as well. This looks a bit strange. Maybe because it's surface appearance, not appearance. Appearance, I mean. And surface appearance looks pretty bad, actually, when you do it on models like this and you use the transparent feature. So we should probably not do that. That should be fixed. We cannot do it with surface appearance because yeah, it's just stupid and it doesn't really work for some odd reason. It's probably just a Roblox bug or something. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're working on right now. Just working on the map, working on dinosaurs, adding stuff whenever we have time, working on remade scripts. For example, the dinosaurs, they have to have remade like everything because they're getting mesh deformed. We're working on getting them to ragdoll, since ragdolling mesh deformed models is way different to what we've all previously done. We're gonna remake a bunch of systems. We're gonna remake bleed. We're gonna remake the stun, the like basically how you stun people into a bone breaking system. We're also gonna work on a scent system, a new one that's actually more transparent than just like lighting up a brick. And then a perk system with levels. Instead of having these levels that we had currently, it's going to be different and be like perks where you can gradually get more and more special perks. And you can invest into different branches of a dinosaur to choose your specific playstyle. For example, there would be 3 different core areas. Stealth, maybe, and then strength, and then agility. And then you can invest into these 3 different things and it'll not just be directly into strength. It'll be like you open up the strength perk and then you can see some different perks like plus 2% damage, plus 5% faster attack rate, stuff like that over time. And that's the same concept for the agility and the stealth thing. They may not be named that, but that's generally speaking what they're going to be about. So a perk system, a little bit like in Beast of Bermuda, but not that crazy. Just kind of like to draw perspective to it. Oh, I can hear myself. I can hear myself. 9,500. Yeah. So we're just taking it one day at a time, I guess, right now. Just getting stuff done, making it work properly, not being buggy, making the experience better, adding details to, for example, the dinosaurs, stuff like that. And then I just wanted to end the stream off with answering some questions if you have any. So please ask some questions in the chat now if you have any, and I will try to answer them as best as I can within my abilities. You can ask me anything related to the game, that is. Garden Rex is not being worked on for now. It may be worked on at a later date, like maybe in half a year or something, but we're definitely not focusing on garden skins right now. Every dinosaur will be mesh deformation. Yep. It wouldn't really make sense to not make every single dinosaur mesh deformation, as Traditional dinosaur models are very laggy and would cause a lot of lag if they were still in game. Mode with shift lock? Nope. But we have mouse lock. Yeah, it's making models easy. I'm not the one that makes the models. I pay people to make the models. Daniel makes models. Hawks makes models. Um, Kermit makes models. Aiden animates them. Prepu textures them. Daniel also does a little bit of texturing. Flores scripts them. I add them to the game. I do the micromanagement. Oh, God, voice crack. I do the micromanagement between everything and stuff like that. I make sure everything works. Um, picking up food is kind of. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it, but we're definitely gonna try it out. See how we can do it. Um, let's see questions. Pick up food. Yeah. Dinosuchus will be remade into a mesh as well. Yep, indeed. Discord. Well, damage of food. Oh, water is getting down. What does that mean? Metallic. Albino Game Pass is the Therodontosaurus. And we're obviously also making that kind of dinosaur for the melanistic one. Just don't know what we'll call it yet. Um, and that does mean that we're actually raising the price whenever that comes out to the same as Therodon. Um, so yeah, it's going up to 14.99 as well, I guess. Maybe depends on what we do with it. Like I'm not sure yet what direction we're going with it. It's mostly Bripo that has the concept ideas for these new dinosaurs. So it's really up to her how we go about making this new Melanistic Utah remake. Whether or not it's gonna be strong enough to be worth 1,499 Robux. Quick turn like in the aisle, maybe. We could probably do it. Is that Donald Trump? Where? I don't see Donald Trump. I see some My Hero Academia fanboy. I see a Jew. I see a chicken. Uh, I see a weird guy, and I see obviously Broly. Jacko's Instagram. Yeah, I have an Instagram. I just don't post that because yeah, Instagram is overrated. Mm, no, I'm not gonna shut down the game. Like I've already said this before, but I plan on eventually making the game on Steam or something instead, where we have got more freedom to do whatever we want, and basically more of the revenue goes to us, so we can make better stuff and get paid better, so we can make better stuff. Currently on Roblox takes 75%. Like if you spend $20 on Robux and you spend all that Robux on the game, then you basically donate or use the developer receives $5 of the $20 you spend on the game. Roblox takes $15. So that's how it works. And I don't like that. So when I want to make my own stuff eventually. Either my own launcher or on Steam or Epic Games or whatever. Um, and this is not to increase my pocket, obviously. This is to increase the actual quality we can make because if if the game, it is a company. If the game makes more money, then I can pay the developers more, and thus I can expect higher quality and I can expect them to be able to work on the game constantly as a full-time job. Because currently I cannot have you work 7 hours a day. I cannot afford that. Um, because if you work 7 hours a day, so and basically like a 37-hour week, work week. That's the normal work week here in Denmark. 37 hours every week. And I gotta pay you at least the minimum wage. I don't want to pay the minimum wage. I think it's annoying, but it's something I have to do right now because I cannot afford to give a proper salary. Um, that's basically how it works. So eventually, if Roblox didn't take 75%, I would actually be able to pay at least two people on the team, three people on the team, $5,000 every month. And with $5,000, I would expect you to be full time because that's actually quite a lot of money. $5,000 a month. Um, so yeah, I will eventually make my own game outside of Roblox. I'm kind of saving up for it currently. I could pay more to developers currently. I've already told all of them, but the reason is we gotta save up so we can actually move away from Roblox eventually. We shouldn't focus so much on what's going on right now. We should more like plan ahead, and that's why I'm saving up a lot of money for that. Because if you spend everything you make constantly, then you're never gonna get anywhere. You have to save up money as well. Um, or if you're just gonna stay in like an evil loop or whatever. So yeah, eventually I'm moving away from Roblox because Roblox is just they take way too much of the revenue and it's not justified how much they take. Taxes already start coming, Aiden. Like Flores is gonna have to pay taxes soon and he's 13. Normally you start paying taxes when you're like 18, between 18 and 20 in Denmark, but he's 13 and he's gotta pay taxes soon. So if you make more than I think it's $8,000 a year in Denmark, then you gotta pay taxes. And up until now, I think Flores has made around $6,000 from working on the game. So within the next few months, Flores is gonna start paying taxes to the government. Um, so yeah, that's kind of crazy for being 13. Um, anyways, yeah, obviously, even with taxes and all, $5,000 is quite a lot a month. But I simply just cannot pay that right now. I really would like to. Like for example, right now, Repo gets around 1,000 to $1,200 a month right now. Um, but obviously, I don't know the exact amount of hours she puts into it. But I feel like she almost works full time on the game because she's constantly working on stuff on the game. And obviously, $1,000 to $1,200 is not a proper salary, a monthly salary. Um, and you don't get good progress by underpaying your developers. Um, the general standard here in Roblox for developers is to pay as the smallest amount you can get away with for developers because most of the developers on Roblox are only in it for the money, sadly. Um, and that's why it goes bad, basically. And I actually want my developers to be happy, to be paid well. Um, I don't know why. It's just how I think. Um, there's no reason for me to hoard all the wealth gained from the game. I may as well share it with the ones that are making the game along with me. Um, and currently, I'm not being paid anything to work on the game. I'm just the one managing, obviously, what the game makes. Um, so I'm not buying any crazy things with the money the game is making. I'm only saving up the money. So please don't think your money is being wasted if you've spent money on Prior Extinction. I'm really grateful for for to the ones that are playing, and especially the ones that have actually bought the game passes. Because you're the reason why we can do this. Like, if we didn't make any Robux, if the game hadn't didn't have game passes and people buying the game passes, then we wouldn't there wouldn't be a game. Robux is what funds the game. People may be like, "Why is Therodon Robux? I want to play as a Therodon." But if Therodon was free, the albino game pass is our best selling game pass. The albino Game Pass is almost, I think, 50%, almost 40% of our total revenue. 40%. If the albino Game Pass was free, everything within it, then we wouldn't have made nearly as much Robux. We probably wouldn't have been able to afford nearly as much development. The albino Game Pass has been sold 4,200 times. 4,200 times. And remember what I said. If you spend $20 on 1,500 Robux to buy the albino Game Pass, those $20 get split up into two parts. One part is $15, one part is $5. And the $5 one goes to me. The $15 one goes to Roblox. And I'm not complaining in that sense. Like, I'm obviously gonna accept it, but I still want better rates than that, which is why I'm moving eventually. And the thing is, moving away is not only about the money, the revenue that we can actually make, because there's a lot of limitations on Roblox. For example, what you can do. Roblox is a kids platform, and they are very politically correct. There's no blood in the games and stuff like that. And if there is blood in the games, then it's because the game is making them a lot of money. That's how they get away with it. But as a normal player, you don't get the behind the scenes stuff. There's no reason for me to explain it. It's simply just that Roblox is a very big bottleneck on what we can actually do. It's a very big limiter on what we can get away with. Like, for example, just the textures of the terrain, we cannot change anything there. If we make our own game, we can make our complete own textures. We can make our own terrain. We can make everything ourselves. Everything is to our liking. If we don't like this ground texture, we can just change it to something else. We cannot do that on Roblox. If we cannot get high enough quality, what's it called, textures on our models, then we can just make them higher. It's on Roblox, the textures are limited to 1K textures. You know, there's like when you're talking resolution, there's a 360p. For example, in this live stream, you can choose different resolutions, 720p, 1080p. This texture is the equivalent of 720p. 720p. Outside of Roblox, you can get it higher than 720p. But on Roblox, you cannot get it higher than 720p. That's the limit. You cannot make the texture high quality than this. Meaning that we have literally made the model as detailed as we can. And there's a limit on it. Outside of Roblox, we could make the texture 4K, meaning 2160p. Which is 8 times more pixels. 8 times. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. So that's what another thing we're looking forward to by moving. And then there's the fact that other engines are simply just better than the Roblox one. The Roblox one is built for beginners. It's also kind of strange, and I think the other engines, like for example Unreal Engine or Unity, they are way better. I haven't tried them obviously, but I get the impression that they're way better. Which is also a driving force to moving away from Roblox. Simply just that there is no limitations to what you can do. You can do whatever you flippin' want in the game. You can make insanely high quality textures. You can make the models higher quality. There's also a limit to how high quality you can make a model on Roblox. It cannot be more than 10,000 triangles. Unless if it's rigged and complicated things. It's simply not very, what's it called, smart to stay on Roblox, I guess. You're not, if you think, yeah, I'm gonna stay on Roblox for 10 years, making so much money in Roblox, then you've got the wrong mindset and the wrong understanding, because there's so much more to do and so many more abilities and things to achieve outside of Roblox. Which is why we're leaving Roblox eventually. Not right now. We're obviously making Extinction here in Roblox. It's gonna take some time before we decide to leave and stuff and move away. We also need a lot more money. because it's, believe it or not, it's actually pretty expensive to do mesh deformed models. They cost a lot more than the normal models. I can give you an example. For example, the old T-Rex model, the one we had before this, we still have it. I paid $80 for it. This T-Rex, I'm paying $1,000 for it. Yes, you heard right. 12 and a half times more. So it becomes a lot more expensive to make mesh deformed dinosaurs. No, it doesn't cost $1,000 to make stuff like Dinosaur World Mobile. You can make stuff like Dinosaur World Mobile in literally 2 minutes, and it costs 500 Robux. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying high quality model, high quality textures, high quality animations. Not just some stuff that someone mushed together in like 2 minutes and said, "Oh, new dinosaur boys." That's not how it works. And that price will obviously stay. Maybe even go up when we move to other games, because then we can make high quality again. Because this is the limit of Roblox quality, and that's almost 1,000 USD. You can guess for yourself how expensive it'll be outside of Roblox, if that's what you want. Not the model alone, rig, UV mapping, stuff like that, growth stages. But it's still a lot of money. So let's see. Any other questions? Now that I've rambled on for 20 minutes about economics. I'm not rigging their mesh models. The mesh models are rigged inside a blender, and they are weight painted. It's a term meaning that you connect certain parts of the mesh to a rig. How exactly split? What do you mean with split? What do you mean with that? Sauna map. It's not going to be called Sauna. It's going to be called something else. It's just a code name for it right now. Sauna doesn't actually mean anything right now. It's just we gotta call it something right now, so we can actually differentiate between the maps and stuff. If you move to Steam, will we have to pay for it, or will it be free? I'm the type of guy. I don't think you should charge $20 for a game if it's not worth $20. But I've been thinking about it, and I kind of want to try out the Roblox formula on Steam, where the game is free, but you can buy DLC. For example, we would release a free base game, free creatures. You could play as different dinosaurs, stuff like that. Maybe split it up into time stages. For example, like Jurassic, blah blah blah. I cannot remember them off the top of my head. Just the different stages within the Mesozoic, where you basically just unlock a set of dinosaurs for free. You can play the game for free at first, and then you can buy these DLC. For example, a DLC that will add more special dinosaurs from different time stages. Obviously, we wouldn't have stuff like T-Rex. That's at least my plan, to have T-Rex be in a DLC, and that would only be maybe. I mean, it's in a few years still. But I haven't really thought much of it yet, exactly how I want to do it. But I definitely want a free base game on Steam, and then have DLC you can buy. Let me see. Can you play as the new hybrid? It's not a hybrid in testing place. Yeah, you need the Game Pass if you want to play as Therodon in the demo. The Prior Extinction revamp is gonna come out in a few months. The problem is just, yes, and that if we make the different periods, we gotta make sure that it's not pay to win, because you cannot just release flipping pre-Mesozoic era creatures like Dimetrodon and stuff as the free, and then have T-Rex cost money, because that's just pay to win as fuck. Because creatures that lived before the Mesozoic, they're quite horrible. So we gotta find a balance between it, and I don't want to do the Dinosaur World mobile route where there's every single strong dinosaur is Robux. I want there to be strong dinosaurs that are free, and strong and reliable, not just like throwing a big sauropod that's really strong but really flipping slow and can't hit anything. Um, so I want to make it balanced where the free players get some love and the ones that pay for DLC they get some love as well. So I got to figure out a balance between the payment and the free version. Mm. Yeah, Therodon is a fictional dinosaur. It's not a hybrid. Exactly, Wanderer. It's basically a Game Pass. Yeah, as I said earlier, in a few months the revamp is going to be out. We just need to make sure we have at least six starter dinosaurs um, playable, and then we're gonna continuously add more dinosaurs to the game. We need to finish the map first and finish some new remade features. For example, as I said earlier, bleed revamp, bone breaking, stuff like that. We gotta finish that as well. Uh, yeah, I think it's a good idea moving to Steam. We will just get a lot more freedom. Um, Ponpoit, that's probably because you don't own the Albino Game Pass. The melanistic Game Pass creature will look pretty cool. You'll see it soon. Amber will be refunded. Um, all the amber you've spent will be refunded when we remove all the dinosaurs and do the revamp update. I don't have any inspiration from Dinosaur Simulator. The only inspiration I have from Era of Terror is the mesh deformed models, because they obviously did it first. I think did they do it before? I'm pretty sure they did it before Dinosaur World Mobile. It's just they did it like way before it was even added to Roblox. They were just waiting for it to be added to Roblox, so they had them ready. So that's kind of like where I got the only inspiration from. It costed a lot of money to make a game. I never realized this before. Like when I was just thinking, oh, I want to make my own game one day. And then I thought, yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. I should probably give up on that idea. But now I'm doing it. Yes. And I've realized, damn, it actually costs a lot to do things. And Pro Extinction is not gonna fail. I'll tell you that. I am very confident in it. Very confident in my own abilities as well to make a game. Very confident. Achievement dinosaurs will be refunded to the point where amber is refunded. So levels are obviously removed, and the amber that was spent on those levels are given back. Friday or Sunday? No, it's Thursday. Yeah, right. Anyways, I think we've answered enough questions now. I'm gonna head out and chill and just vibe. Now that I've been working all day with Flores on getting Therodon to work and stuff, so I'm headed out. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and you got your questions answered. Um, Remember, revamp coming soon. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome. So, we'll see what happens. Take care, boys and gals. See you later.